for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the San Francisco 49ers and the Denver Broncos. 2 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in Week 3. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. They begin the drive with Williams. Shifts by him at the 25. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. Room here to run. There goes Melvin Gordon. And all the way home for the Broncos score. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a curving one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
And the mile-high air in full effect as that's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Lance and the 49ers now. 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll run here with Raheem Mostert. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be 2nd down. This defense for the Broncos, much improved from Week 1. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Lance now to throw. And oh, that nearly an opening drive INT, but it does fall incomplete. Not the way he wanted to start this ball game as it brings up 4th down. Wishnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. And taken right at the 35. A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards. And the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And he will bring this one back. It's a fumble return for the 49er touchdown. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week, he's smiling. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be out of bounds here, a yard shy of the 25 at the 24. So 1st and 10 here for Wilson and the Broncos at their own 24. Play action. It's Wilson. And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's 2nd down.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test them early. But they proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
On second down, they'll run with Gordon. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
On third down, Wilson. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. The Broncos are 1-1 through 2 games thus far. It's not a start that's going to set the world on fire, but they've been pretty solid nonetheless.
And the first thing that crosses my mind, it certainly beats the alternative of starting 0-2. I do think that this is a team that's going to take a little time to find its footing. Hard to navigate the always tough NFL.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
That's out to the flat for Gordon. He's got room at the 30. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. The catch and run good for 24 yards.
A lot of times the key is just get him the ball and let him do his thing, and they get it out to him on the left side, and he did exactly that. Excellent run after the catch.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
They go back to the ground with Williams. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. 4th down, Wilson trots off, and on comes Brandon McManus for the Denver field goal. The kick by McManus is good, and they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they're able to begin that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went
and now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone, and there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Throwing his lance on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense. Blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed. Unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. The best way to do it, touchdowns.
Only able to gain a couple there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves them with 3rd and 5.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 34-yard line. Give them 14 yards there and a Denver 1st down.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the 1st down.
Now Wilson on 1st down. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. The wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
On 2nd down, Williams. And he'll get this to the 22. So they began the play at the 11, and it's a gain of 11. 1st down. I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender, and then the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, sometimes a thing of beauty.
2nd quarter about to begin from Denver. It's the Broncos in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They go play action now. Wilson. Yeah, he's got it. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
They'll try to run it in, going option right. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain there as he kept it himself. It's 2nd down. Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so they didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
2nd down and goal. Wilson. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the former 1st-rounder, Jimmy Ward. And the Niners are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their third possession. They don't have a first down yet.
So that means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams, it's a change in tempo, usually moving it to more up-tempo type of an offense, just to try and change their fortunes right now. What they've been doing so far isn't working. Maybe they'll do that.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. 5 yards that time, taking it himself, and he has enough for the first. So that was all you're looking for on a play like that. Get the first down and keep the drive moving.
Yeah, it just looked to me like he just said to himself, I've got this. I'll take it. I'll pick it up, and let's keep moving. Get the first down, get a new set, and let's start over.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Lance looking to throw it. That's complete to Mostert out of the backfield. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. They'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Faking the give to Mostert. Now Lance steps away. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of him. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Lance. That's caught. He finds Danny Gray. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Again, it's Lance. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown, 49ers. What a great drive that was. A long drive, sustained, well executed.
I love what we're seeing out of him here in year 2, right? This young quarterback continues to evolve and grow. He's really the adage right now that John Wooden, the famous basketball coach, used to say. Be quick, but don't hurry. You can see that everything is happening for him, but he's not taking it at a pace that he can't sustain.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls at work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Sutton. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A couple of veterans, Wilson to Sutton there for the Bronco first.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
2nd and 10 now, Wilson. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
One of the great coaches said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush one, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. He'll get that complete to Alberto. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 36. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. They give it to Williams running right. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. 40 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
He already came through for them on this drive. No surprise that they were hoping he could do it again.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now we give up the middle to Williams. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Now they'll have it 1st and goal following that gain of 17. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. Javonte Williams. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Broncos have regained the lead. Extra point from McManus is good. And it's now 17-14. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And right now, we've got a little bit of an offensive masterpiece going on both sides, moving the football, scoring points. It's almost like somebody put the defense on rookie mode in this one. We haven't even left the first half, Charles, and we're certainly on pace for a shootout.
An excellent start for both offenses. The fans have to be enjoying this to seeing all these points go up on the board. As a former defender, you know I'm not enjoying this at all. But right now, both these teams are trading haymakers. Let's see if anyone slips up first. Can anyone counter with a nice little jab and get things going in their direction?
They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not...
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. McManus's point after is good. His guys will take a 10-point lead. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be fielded inside the 5. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway as they take over with exactly 1 minute to go here before intermission. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. After the sack on first down, Lance. Now the ball comes loose. It's picked up by the Broncos. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused, because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number one. A good gain on first has them set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Now they run from the gun with Gordon. 86 yards for him on the ground so far tonight, as he has been terrific in this first half. They go play action with Wilson. This will be caught. Judy. And all the way home for the Broncos score. Jerry Judy, as the first half is winding down. And the Broncos will extend their lead here just before halftime.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Extra point from McManus is good. And that'll make this a three-score game now. The lead moves to 17. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Taken in at the 3. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And pretty good field position here. He's out of bounds right at the 35. A final shot before half for Lance. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. So we're at halftime here in Denver with the Broncos leading this one. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back now alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn getting set for quarter number 3 here. The 49ers going to have the football and trailing on the scoreboard as we get back underway on EA Sports. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
2nd and 8. Now Lance. Now Lance unable to escape, and down he goes.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. Now after the sack, Lance and the Niners staring up here at a 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, they got to be thrilled with how they've operated so far in this one. They've got the nice lead, and now a chance to score here on 3 straight possessions.
Yeah, and the way that they are rolling, I just don't know how they get slowed down, because they certainly are operating at peak efficiency right now. They might want to think about giving some of their backups a little bit of work, though. Let some other guys get on the field and do their thing and save some of this for the next time out.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the shotgun, Wilson. And that's checked down to Gordon. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side, but for lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Javonte Williams, his first rushing touchdown of the year. These guys have opened up a very comfortable lead.
I know I should keep the focus and the spotlight on the hero that just scored, but tackling's been an issue for this defense all game long. I can't set that aside. We just saw it again here. Missed tackles leads to his long touchdown run.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Taken in at the 3. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles, if they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Caden Stearns. And it's a huge return as he brings us all the way back down to the 15-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
On 2nd and 9, Wilson. Albert Okwuegbunam, the intended target. And the Broncos are going to be looking at a 1st and goal as he's out of bounds at the 3-yard line.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
It's Wilson on the option. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Russell Wilson with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Broncos have opened the lead up to 30. McManus's point after is good, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Taken in at the 3. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
2nd and 10 now, 3rd quarter action in Denver. Here's Lance to throw it. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up third down. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Again, they'll throw it with Lance. Able to haul it in is Kittle. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 30 yards there. And, of course, the first down as well. Now, look, you're not going to be able to get this all back at once, but that certainly helps.
So you're saying 3 yards in a cloud of dust, not the strategy?
I go aerial attack.
Yeah, I think that's what has to happen. And if you're going to run it, you need to break off big chunks. We just saw a big play right there. They need plenty of those.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Lance. Now Lance unable to escape, and down he goes. DJ Jones breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7. Now after the sack, Lance and the Niners staring up here at a 3rd and long. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 17-yard line. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Broncos are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
Well, let's face it, Brandon, they're down here in the second half. You want to try and make something happen, and if you're the guy with the ball in your hands, you're going to try even harder. Because I think all he was trying to do was to get outside the pocket and see if he can find a big play downfield. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And he's taken down. Back in his own 7. Nick Bosa able to record his 5th sack of the season. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Broncos send out their punter now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Fielded at the 43. Call that a 46-yard punt, though they did get 9 back on the return. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Here we go, set.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That swung out to Mostert. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And he'll take it across midfield and down the 48-yard line. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Oh, that's one to work. Those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. They'll run with Boone here. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. The offense on third down tonight, they've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 4. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. That's out to the flat for Gordon. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
The Broncos send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He'll send this away into the Rocky Mountain night, and it's a good one. Now this is fielded in the end zone. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone and only able to get this to the 5-yard line. Bit of a mental breakdown there. Not sure why he left the end zone. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. Lance now on first down. And boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Here's Lance. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Caden Stearns. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. Well, there's 2 sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it. I think about it awfully hard, but also you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player. You have to know the situation.
Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves them needing about 7 here on 3rd down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Here's Rippon. He completes it to Beckham. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Here's the option going right. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Well, that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think it's big boys up front, that offensive line. They've got to do a little bit better job of protecting him if they're going to continue to run the option like this.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 1, now a loss of 2, and they're staring at a 3rd and 13.
I think it might be time to move to a different section of the playbook there, because back-to-back runs, both for loss. Now they have 3rd and long coming up.
And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. So 1st and 2nd down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. Here's Beckham now. It's a jet sweep. And they're going to drop him well shy of the 1st as he can only make it to the 11. It's a gain of 8, and it's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. And on 4th down, they come up and take the knee. So they were really trying to put the nail in the coffin there already with this lead here in the 4th, but they didn't get it.
Guaranteed, it's not going to be a fun handshake in the postgame, right? You just know that there's going to be some bad blood there. And I know if we go to the postgame press conferences, the winning coach, you know what he's going to say, why he did it? We need the points, okay? Because you never know at the end of the year if points are going to come into the tiebreaker if we're trying to get into the playoffs. That's always the statement.
And the Broncos get there and take him down. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Working from the gun, Lance.
And now here's another interception.
Picked off by Pat Surtain.
The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field.
It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
Pick it up. You're embarrassing us.
Let's go now. There you go.
One final kneel down here, and that should just about do it. So with that neat 3 weeks in the books, and they creep above 500 now at 2-1.
You know, I played with a guy once after taking a knee at the end of the game, and he came in and grabbed the equipment manager and said, make sure you watch that spot, you know, special, because I just took a knee for a win. That tells you how much guys enjoy that, because getting a win, no one takes it for granted.
Partner, under the lights in prime time, this offense, they gave the nation